Hello and welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. This time we're talking about episode 2 of Box of Delights. I've got sporadic memories of this at best, genuinely so, but I have written some notes, so here we go. Now, let's just not go down the whole road of, it's of its time, some of the effects are a bit ropey, because, let's face it, it's 1984. This is the same time that we had Turlough having a glowy crystal in his hands in Doctor Who. Near enough. And it's the same sound effects, to be fair. There's a lot of incidental music that's very, very similar to Doctor Who going on. So, yeah, the main theme of this episode is scrobbled, a word I was previously completely unaware of and didn't think it actually existed until this very moment. The story moves along incredibly quickly, so much so that if you start watching it and go look away for a few moments, you go, sorry, why is he going to the Rupert pub? Who told him to go there? And so on. Perhaps these things are in the book. You just think, oh yeah, this is a really nice bit of animation at this point, and oh my god, there's an ice skating mouse. Yeah. Now, in my book, Jane of the Air, there's a scene where Jane is practicing with her Merlin bird in a field, and behind a little wall, two characters who in the original manuscript were called Good, Mr. Good and Mr. Norfolk. And somebody did point out that those names did not go well together, and you can make your own conclusions. So those names got changed, and that was fine. But in the scene where let's call them the fox people, the clergy, the nasty people, are hiding behind a wall and then they eventually scrobble, Patrick Troughton, it just felt so familiar. It felt like I'd almost copied it. Now, they don't attack Jane, and none of these similarities are kind of there, but it just felt the same. So perhaps I did watch this at the time. I can't remember it. I can't remember this episode at all. So let's have a look at the notes. The snow, oh my god. Now, I have watched the making of on the DVD. Some people have been asking where they can see this story. Now, there is somewhere, if you do a Google search, an archive of these episodes that you can download, apparently for free, and they're all MP4s, so you can kind of watch it on your phone or your tablet or your laptop. So you could watch along. Or you can do as I did, which was buy the DVD from eBay for like £4. I would just do that. Do you still have a DVD player? You do. Somewhere. You really do. It's hidden around the back, isn't it? Or use an old Xbox or something. Anyway, so let's have a look at the notes. Now, you've got the box. Oh, yes, there's a whole journey of the hero thing going on. We get that. We do. It's important to all narrative. There's a lot of Star Wars and Lord of the Rings parallels going on with the storyline. You've got character, usually male, out of their comfort zone, believing in some sort of wizard and going on a journey. You've got Gandalf, you've got Obi-Wan Kenobi. You've got the strange gift that's magical, the lightsaber or the ring, and then they have to protect it and keep it safe. See some similarities, but that's beside the point. These are just journey of the hero stuff. They're not lifted from other stories because they're lifted from all major stories in the world. Oh, the box itself. Left to go swift, right to go small. I think that's what I've got in the notes. And then you press it to open it. And if you open it, you get a lovely bit of animation. Oh my God, how good is that animation? Even after all these years. You know me. You know that my degree was in animation and I love production. But this 2D animation's been done what used to be called pixelated or rotoscoped, where you take the original image and then you can put it into a 2D format. But the lighting on this animation, I mean, it's worthy of production these days. It genuinely is. The scene with Herne the Hunter. Oh my God, how pagan is this? Seriously, all right, it's about Christmas, but it's about Yule more than Christmas. I really should have been watching this a lot more, or even reading it. The business with Arthur's camp, yeah, that's it. Perhaps that's what the issue is. The story moves on. You know in Bill, the film, where William Shakespeare's written one play that contains almost every single one of his plays. Well, that's what this is. You could have a whole story of just Herne the Hunter, or just the woods and call it Mythago Wood, or something along those lines. But instead, you've got, oh, here's Arthurian camp and time travel. No, here's some old man who's a magician being captured. No, here's some Herne the Hunter, you can become all these different animals like Sword in the Stone, or again wizard being taught child. Yeah, we've got that Journey of the Hero thing over and over again. It's so many ideas just thrown at the wall and almost everything sticks, which is great. Nothing in this world cheers me up half as much as seeing ducks in flight. Ducks in Flight just make me smile at all times, and it was lovely to see them animated. What have we got? Yeah, the plot is all over the place, but let's let that go. The Jones children, again, their entire purpose seems to be going on about second breakfast. And, of course, helping Kay Harker get on with his adventures. It's a bit more 5 children in it, I guess. So, yeah, this is episode 2. It's very, very fast. There's a lot going on, so much so that you're kind of going, whoa, might need to watch that again. But perhaps that's the thing I've been banging on about with being a Doctor Who fan and an adult. When you're a kid, you've got time to let these stories soak in, to mull over you, to go, oh yeah, that makes sense. When you're an adult, you haven't. It's part of being a grown-up. It's rubbish. Be a kid. Because these things, Doctor Who has to be complicated enough for children to follow, and easy enough for adults to follow. Box of Delights doesn't need to do that. It just needs to be complicated and world-grabbing enough for the children to follow it. And that's what we're at. All of these people who've watched it time and time again and always watch it this time of year, that's what they're experiencing. They're experiencing this wonderful, warm feeling of the complicated world that they've thrown themselves into, that they gave part of their own soul towards. And that's lovely. I'm late to the party. I'm kind of eating the leftovers, but I'm still enjoying the hell out of it. So, with that, I'll start watching episode 3 as soon as I can. Yeah, it's all going to be alright. It is December after all.